All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to say call hello yimlaw, alahaya nawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. The honors to our apostles and elders here at Great Millstone rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. This is Brother Barak coming into another lesson. I pray is edifying and exhorting. Right, and I pretty much want to get into a lesson. Hey, pretty much ultimately, let's see where the Spirit takes me at, in the words of the beloved Apostle Tahar. But I do want to touch on this, what the elders and apostles have been touching on, this Palantir Zek that's been sworn in. So let's just go ahead and dive into it. It says Bosworth, who joined Facebook in 2006, was sworn into the Army Reserves earlier this month alongside Shyam Sankar, right? And he been sworn into the reserves. Hey, this nigga ain't gonna get called out of the reserves to fight, But what they doing, this is where you get technocracy from. They're merging all these things together. Let's get it. It says the Chief Technology Officer of Palantir, which we're going to get into that word as well, a technology firm with extensive defense contracts. Kevin Will, Chief Product Officer of OpenAI, and Bob McGrew, an advisor at Thinking Machines Lab, so on and so forth. But so that you should ask yourself, what does this has to do with the military? But if you examine the world that we live in now, everything is going digital, and everything is going to artificial intelligence, so to say. That's pretty much what you see with the drones. These drones, these not it's men controlling these drones, but they're not inside of the drone, so to say. So it's pretty much manless aircrafts that they're sending to wars. But ultimately it goes deeper than that. This is a huge surveillance company. Okay, and now that this surveillance company has merged with the U.S. military. Right, so you can see what it's going, because even in the book, was that Revelation 16? So this would be a part of the three unclean spirits, right? Let's get here, Revelation 16, I believe it is. Haven't hit this in a while. Revelation 16 and 13. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet, right? And the three unclean spirits represents the three city-states, which would be London as the financial, America as the military, right? And the Vatican and as the false priesthood, the false prophet, their left hand witchcraft, right? For they are the spirits of devils, and we know that devils goes into deceivers, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world. You see that? To gather them to the battle of that great day of the power almighty, Alashaya. You see, so really, this is the left hand side of the Most High working all these things, bringing these works together. This is the craft of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So the Lord put the spirit on Bosworth, in the American, the U.S. military, to pretty much to partner up, because what it is this is pretty much a digital takeover, which leads us, that's the spirit, because what we just read Revelation 16 and 13, and it tell you about the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth into the kings of the earth. So this is that's why I speak about the NWO. It said the kings of the earth. So all the nations are involved in this, right? And this is their goal. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls us all, and that he is the beast. Like we just read in the chapter 16, the dragon, okay, which is Rome, and this is Rome, right? So it was speaking about the ancient Rome, but now this is the modern day Rome, right? Because remember that beast in Revelation 20, whose deadly wound was healed. That's the Roman Empire. So those same spirits are back. Okay. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor. And see, remember that word all. Let's see what they got for this word all. In NLT, it says everyone. Right? We know what it is, but just to prove that this is the NWO for the whole world. Individually, each, every, any, all, the whole. You see, everything collectively. So he's this is for everybody, right? And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that mark is the charagma. That's the MOTB, right? And where'd you hear that first? The apostles here at Great Millstone, starting Apostle to on down, man. Which the doctrine have not changed. It's only been fulfilled more and more whom the Lord has been dealing with. Okay, so man, brothers, man, the information that the Lord has given us, man, is your power. The water Yahweh Bashin Yahweh Shai will have what you understand. Man, people don't understand what you brothers know, man. And you few true blue sisters, man, that truly believe on Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, it says to receive a mark, which is the charagma. Okay, you go into that word mark, it goes into charagma, which is a small implantable device. You see, the size of a grain of rice, which the apostles been going into it. Now it's being made more and more evident. You see, charagma, a stamp, an imprinted mark, right? Imprinted. You see, that mark is going to go inside of you, right? And regular dudes know. The little Jake at my job was telling me. He like, man, you know what that is? I said, I think it's the mark of the beast. He like, yeah, man, it's gonna go in your hand. He like behind your ear. They're going to different things. But yeah, man, let's go down here to the Strongs. It says a scratch or etching. Why does it have to scratch? Because it has a scratch pretty much is a cut in the skin. It has to break your skin to get inside, i.e. stamp as a badge of servitude. Okay, so that's going to show that you truly worship you truly worship the beast, and to show to your allegiance, you have to receive his mark. Okay, and a lot of people are going to fold, man. They going at it with convenience. Then at the same time, when it says causa, pretty much you're going to be ostracized from society, man. You see, you won't be able to. Everybody's addicted to their phone, but they say the phone is the second brain. I believe it's going to be to the point you won't, like, how you got the password on your phone. You won't even be able to operate a phone or use your phone without a chip. Like, who are you? Because you know how, like, pretty much you have to, now you get a phone, you have to connect that phone to an email. Whether it's what's the Apple ID, or if you got an Android or something, it'll be Google. You got to have a Google account. So pretty much they have to link that phone with, what they doing, they linking the phone with somebody via your email. Now it's going to get to the chip, to the point that chip links up to who you are to access that device, right? And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, which is the charagma, the RFID C-hip, right? In their right hand or in their foreheads, and the right ultimately goes into your power hand. Where it can be your right hand, your left hand, wherever you receive it at, is it going to pretty much be a transmitting device, right? And that no man might buy or sell. So this whole society is built on buying and selling. Okay, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You see, so you're going to ultimately have you're going to need the mark, right? In order to be in this society, to operate, you're going to have that mark inside of you. Okay, let's get back here. I want to get a little bit more off of this, right? So it says alongside this guy, he got sworn in alongside this guy, Shyam Sankar. Where he at? I pulled him up right here. And it says he's with the same company, Palantir Technologies. So what I did, although the apostles already went into this, I typed in let me see. Let me go here. It'll probably be easier here. Yep, Palantir. So now let's go to Palantir. First we're gonna get into etymology, then we'll go into the meaning. The name Palantir originates from J.R.R. Tolkien's fictional language, Quenya, and translates to far-seeing, or he who looks afar. It is a compound of Palan, far, and Tur, to watch. So he's thinking that he can watch afar off. He likened himself to be a god, right? So now let's get, so many scriptures. First let's go to 2 Thessalonians. Come on, baby. So I can know now. What is that? 2 Thessalonians 2. Man, look at that. Man of lawlessness. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come. What day? The return of Yahweh Shai. Except they're coming falling away first. So we all had to fall away. And this was ultimately leading unto 70 AD. We had to fall away. But then then us coming back, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So we fell away, we all had to scatter out of the land of Jerusalem. Okay, Some went into Europe, some went into Egypt, some went into the interiors of Africa. You know, we were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And it says, in that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So now in these last days, he's been revealed, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God. Does he not have the land? Is he not, you know, really it's the left-hand side of the Most High, but that power have been given to Esau, Edom upon the earth. Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, right? And so now he's the one setting out different programs, you know, programming the people. So, and this dude really feel like a god because of, you know, man, look at how far he have fucked up the minds of the people. And it ain't just Jake, you know, the average, everybody, every nation is under rule of this damn devil, man, including his own people. That's why Esau is mad. Esau mad at Esau. Why? Because Amalek has gathered all the spoils and don't want to share, right? Amalek put hell on his own people. About the scripture say, him that do not do good to himself, so whom should he do good to, right? It says showing himself that he is God. So this nigga really believe he's God. But you see, and the scripture do say the God of this world have blinded. So pretty much the left hand, this is the left hand work of the Lord, man. You know? So Esau is in that seat. You see? He's in that seat. But the reason why I got that scripture because he believed himself to be a God. Now when you go back to Isaiah 40, let me see. Is it Isaiah 43 or 46? It's somewhere around there. We're going to get it though. No, it's not 43. Let me see. Okay, yeah, Isaiah 46:10. It says, declaring the end. I got to start at 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none like me. I am the Most High, and there is none like me. It's like let me start over. Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done. Saying, my counsel should stand, and I would do all my pleasure. But see, it said, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done. You see? So that's what he believed he can do. Remember, words have power. It's no coincidence that this company is named Palantir, to see afar off. And then what? He constantly does that predictive programming. You know, what they call it, a method of revelation, revealing. You know, going into the Illuminati card game. You see, so he gives you certain information ahead of time. You know, and then so-called bring it to pass. He fulfilling his own prophecies because he believed himself to be a god. So what I did, so we just looked at that and then we just read that scripture, right? So he's pretty much saying he's bringing these things to pass. He can see afar off. He know how it's going to go. He got there's another article with Trump saying, oh, he'll attack Iran again if they continue to enrich uranium, right? But let's check this out here. Palantir has two meanings. A magical seeing stone from J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, and a U.S.-based technology company. But that don't mean it has two meanings, but because it's going to the same thing. But pretty much a magical seeing stone. So this nigga is using magic, okay? Witchcraft. It says function. The Palantry were originally crafted by the elves and given to the Numeronians. They could be used for communication between different stones and to view events across vast distances. And that's why he's summoned up these spirits. Okay, going into your boy Aleister Crowley, summoned up the egghead demon, and he was the one that wrote about the 3 world wars, going into the Arab nations and the Zionists. You see, so none of this is of coincidence, man. This is all the spirit. That's why he chose that name. It says in the story, the Palantiri were used by both good and evil characters. Sauron, the primary antagonist, manipulates blah 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 blah. But you know, like I said, used by both good and evil characters. Because the beloved Apostle Ramla did a lesson earlier. What was the name of that lesson? That most I forget to write about the technology age, something to that extent. But yeah, he was speaking about the Urim and Thummim in that lesson. You see, because it could be used by both good and evil. Remember what Aaron had on his breastplate, the Urim and the Thummim. You see? So, but what I'm not saying he has that, but he has a certain technology where he's able to tap in and consort with, and is that word consort? Or to have a conversation with the left hand side of the Most High. He's dealing with Satan, man. You see? But this is, that's why the scripture say this. Let's grab this real quick. Then we'll grab Isaiah 47. But let's grab, I believe it's Job 12. Job 12 and 16. It says, with him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. Why? Because the Most High controls both sides, man. Right? So here it is, Esau thinking he's doing all the deceiving, which he is doing the deceiving, but he's also deceived as well. So even if it don't matter. Esau is the deceiver, the devil. But guess what? The devil belongs to the Most High as well. You see? That's the power of Yahweh, man. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Yeah, man. So brothers, fret not, because that. Why you think we have the story? Why you think we have all this information? It's already written. You see? So Esau is just doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. This is prophecy playing out to the beat of the Lord, right? So that's how we know World War III will come. That's how we know the MOTB will come. And you see, as fast as World War III moving, like we seeing all that heavy in the news, but behind the scenes, it ain't mainstream like the wars is, right? You know, but the chip technology. That's another thing I learned, you know, in the spirit of the truth, is that as much as you see certain prophecies come to pass and us inching closer to World War III, hey, that means we also inching closer to the chip. Why? Because the chip has to come before World War III, right? Before the end, the chip has to be here, right? But let's go Isaiah 47. And I might start at 8. Let me see. Isaiah 47 and 8. It says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thy heart, I am. You see? He says he is. He's basically saying he's a God. We read that in 2 Thessalonians earlier. He is. He exists. He don't see no in it. It says what? And none else beside me. That's how proud this devil has gotten, man. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. So he thinking that he believe he's going to bring his plan to fruition, right? And ultimately, when you get into it, the elites, they want World War III, but they believe in what? The phoenix. They believe they're going to rise out of the ashes. That's why you think they made these bunkers. They made those bunkers. Okay, World War III, destroy majority of the population, and then we come back and make them subservient slaves, man. Okay. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, and one day the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection. Ooh, so it's going to be perfect destruction for the multitude of thy sorceries. You see? So going back into what that Palantir, that it says that is magic. You know? For the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. So he's been trusting in his left hand magic. Have not at all he called upon Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Nah, he's worshiping on the left hand side. He's worshiping Satan. Okay, doing all these different wicked rituals, right? And he trusts in these things. That's why he continued to do it. Adrenochrome, sex magic, you know, just wickedness. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it have perverted thee. You see? So all that left hand shit that he's been into, it have perverted him. And NLT says, have led you astray. Esau, this is a madman, a mad scientist. This nigga done lost his motherfucking mind, bro. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. That's how crazy this nigga is, man. So you think Esau ain't finna let blood run in the streets? Man, you crazy as hell. Which I got that quote pulled up here from Bauer. It says the well-known investment quote. This is an investment quote. He planned on making money by spanking you niggas ass. By when there's blood in the streets is often attributed to Baron Nathan Meyer Rothschild. You see, this phrase emphasizes constrained investment, which involves going against. No, that ain't what it's talking about. No, it means exactly what it say. When blood is in the streets, you know, when people is hurt, wounded. And yeah, it do go into, yeah, you know, when the stocks go down, you know, they sell, because that's ultimately how, you know, the Rothschild family really got into power like that. You know, going to when France was fighting Britain. You see, you check that history out. You know, but yeah, man. But it means exactly that. When people are destitute, are devastated, like pretty much, you know, hey, when they pretty much lost everything, man. That's the best time, because they'll give anything. They'll give anything to survive, and they'll sell it for the low. Because a lot of people down, they looking for security, for safety. That's why these people go take the sea hill, man. I'm telling you, it's already written. It ain't me, I'm telling you. I'm just reporting the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Isaiah 47, and where we at now, 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none sees me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it have perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. Yeah, it's going to get out of control. Because he done trusted in that wickedness, but the Lord is a just power. So the Lord go get involved, man. Them angels finna get active out here, man. And mischief shall fall upon thee. So he's like, bro, I made it this far. That's why Scripture say, in the fullness of thy sufficiency, thou shalt, the Most High shall rain fire upon you. You know, though he swallowed the riches down, he shall vomit them up. That would say he should not know from whence it rises, because he go believe he got it. But nope. That's when the realm go meet the next realm. Read that in Revelation, I believe the 12th chapter, you know, the war in heaven. It says, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. So he's not going to be able to put it off. He's not going to be able to stop this, to get rid of it. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thy enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries. So all this left hand magic, your palantir, you know, you're looking afar off, because you can see everything, right? You got everything figured out, right? So stand with that, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou should be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail, right? So if the left hand is really stronger than the right, you'll be all right. But we know, as the scriptures say, by his right arm have gotten him the victory. So Yahweh Shai will overcome. Yahweh Shai already overcame. It's just time for the Lord's will to be done on earth as it is in heaven, right? Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsel. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that should come upon thee. Yeah, especially when the Lord give brothers those spiritual powers. Man, it's just going to be too much. That's going to be that divine intervention. And he going to know, like, damn, I got to roll. He really going to be scared then, knowing that he got but a short time. You see? So this is the times that we living in, man. The things that are coming upon the earth because of this wickedness that this devil is doing, hey, it's about to really get out of control out here, brothers. So that's why we got to stay locked into the spirit, man. Be calm, brothers. Breathe. You know, be on point. Revelation 18, what is that? Is it 7? 5. Revelation 18 and 5. Let me start at 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. So the Lord is telling the nation of Israel to wake up, because I'm about to judge this bitch. Why? For her sins have reached unto heaven. We'll just read Isaiah 47. She say, I shall see no loss of children, I shall be no widow. That's Babylon the Great, Esau, Edom. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her double. You see? How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, woo, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. So this is echoing what we just read in Isaiah the 47th chapter. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. Woo! For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. You see? So we getting into we coming into the time quickly too, What the Lord is about to judge this whore. And we can see the signs. See that what the Lord did was leave us signs to watch for his return. And we see that, Esau Edom is getting out of control. So, and let them continue to go, because what? The Lord is a just power. Let's grab this quote I seen on the beloved Elder Yashawama's thumbnail, one of his recent videos. Let's see. Let me see. Let me just put it up like this. Thomas Jefferson. I tremble for my country when I reflect that the Most High is just, that his justice cannot sleep forever. Because he knew that the shit that they did to get this place was all wicked. So he's like, hey man, at the end of the day, man, hey, the Lord is just. His judgment, justice goes into equity. His equity, hey, that balance got to come. It's not going to sleep forever. That's why we got scripture that says, what is how I go? Arise, O Lord. Let me see. I know it's another one that says, how long, O Lord? Let's see if we can grab this. I believe it's in the Psalms. Yep, that's a good one right there. Psalms 9:19. Arise, O Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. Let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Arise, O Yahweh, O power. Lift up thy hand. Forget not the humble. Okay, you see? What we got? Psalms 12:5. For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise. Woo, said Yahweh. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. Woo, and that's the pride of these damn devils, man. The Lord is going to set us in safety. And what is that safety? In the chambers, man. The chariots, the Lord is going to deliver us, man. Okay, so brothers, fret not. We're in a beautiful time of prophecy. Hey, and these things must come to pass. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders here at Great Millstone Rule Well. Peace and salutation to you, elect. Shalom.